Welcome back to Turn on the Game, the podcast, where we talk sports from a regular, everyday guy's perspective, similar to as if you were at your local barbershop or bar. No punches are pulled, no F's are given, just some guys letting you in on our respective opinions when it comes to sports and culture. This is July 12th, 2018. We are live in Blacken Studios, and in this episode, we have a special guest in the building, D. Chappelle of Heart and Soul 92.1.
There it is.
Sounded extra Caucasian right
there. Hello, world.
Heart and Soul.
How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. How about y'all?
Man, not too bad. I'm also joined by my co-host. I got Chris J.
What's going on, everybody?
Uncle Junior.
What up?
And Philly Boy Phillip.
What's good? Philly Boy from Bakersfield.
We got Uncle Buck is on the boards, getting us in and out of these programs. So, what's good today, fellas?
Oh, man, a lot of news going on.
What's good is D. Chappelle in the building.
That's right.
Man,
That's
you
right.
know, it's been a long time coming.
He hit us with that, what was that? What was that song you played a while ago?
Thyroid,
Nah, that was Uncle Junior right there. You don't expect a guy named Uncle Junior to tell you to play Thyroid.
Who sing that song?
Yeah,
I don't think he know.
Tawatha Hathaway.
Tawatha Hathaway.
Tawatha.
From the east side.
You don't get that name.
Hey,
Exactly.
But see, that
Right across from Beef and Buns.
She from Dungee.
Boots and saddles.
Wow. Wow.
Nah, but that's a vintage cut.
A Venice cut.
Vintage.
Vintage, okay.
Vintage.
I'm about to say.
Venice, California.
I'm about to say, like,
Venice.
vintage. Yeah, that's vintage. That song was hot for 2 minutes.
Venice. That's some deer meat.
That ain't something you would play on 92 on the radio, man?
Yeah, it's
you want to play
not. I don't think I could go on the radio and be like, yeah, that was Thyroid.
That's some deer meat.
Hey, man, you can go and play that at the Cowboy Color Rodeo.
Yeah, probably not. That's guaranteed to lose. That's
And you won what? How many?
I won 5 in a row.
5 in a row.
Okay. 5 in a row. Yeah, man. Then they had to go Then they had to go pull a Golden State.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
they
What
went
they
and got
do?
Wayne and this thing to come at me. Like, you can't do that. You
Mm.
can't take me from super cool to Wayne and this thing. It ain't no match, you know.
Mm.
That's just like Golden State. I mean, that's just like the Cavs playing against Langston.
Wow.
I went to Langston. I love Langston, by the way. It's like them playing against Coral High and, you know, going against Golden State. It just ain't right. It's all good, though.
Man. Because I know you had a streak there for a while.
I did. You know, it's kind of one of them things to where, you know, you feel like you're on this high ride, then somebody smack you for real. It's kind of like doing the Rocky movies when he was just beating everybody up, then he went up against Mr. T. It's like, yeah, man, we've been protecting you out there. It's kind of what it felt like. You know,
man.
it was cool though.
That's what's up.
But like, this is dope though. You know, all off in the studio.
Yeah, man. Talking sports.
Big dudes, junk food, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we
Some
can.
diabetes jumping on.
Table full of diabetes.
Hey, man, don't be putting no business out in the street.
Just saying, I come
You
in,
got-
this
you got it on
Twizzlers
the
on the table. He still got peppermints.
Soft chew.
That's them old lady peppermints. You got at church.
At church. Yeah. The ones that don't make that much noise in the pocket when you're unwrapping that bad boy.
When your parents smack you in church, you start crying, so your grandma put that in your mouth and you shut you up real quick.
It don't, and when you eat it don't make that crunch, crunch, crunch noise. You know, it's just. It do you know.
Wait, what was that just now?
The crunch, crunch, crunch. You know, when them hard peppermint candies, they crunch, man.
I don't know, that noise was kind of suspect. It made me a little nervous. It looked like, Phil, what up?
Pause. I was waiting for him to say melt your mouth. You know?
There was a lot of crunching.
Like, man, I know you're an LA fan. You been hanging out with Magic Sons?
No.
Whoa.
Jokes, man.
Hey, that's a flagrant too.
Yeah, you ejected, bro.
Y'all seen that meme going around where his son is up against the wall talking about waiting
Wait,
on
no,
LeBron?
LeBron. Yeah, I seen it.
No.
Oh, you ain't seen
No.
it?
Oh,
Man.
I'm Googling it right now.
That is terrible. What's his son's name? Like
EJ. That's
EJ,
Irvin
that's-
Johnson Jr.
Oh my God.
He would have to change his name if I was there.
He ruined the namesake.
Man.
Yeah, he would have to change his name.
Man, he couldn't
He's
even
just
be
taking
my
it to
son.
a different level.
Hey, man, you know it's funny. We went to a showcase in Arkansas,
Right.
and it was a guy that was working the scores table. Looked just like him.
Oh my God!
I mean, he was blonde and had his shirt all buttoned down to the big as hell.
That's all bad.
Uncle Junior, you paying a little too much
So
attention.
how that conversation
Down to the third base.
He had 3 hairs.
to the navel ring.
Yeah.
What kind of navel ring he had there, bro?
What?
Hold on, folks.
He say
See how
down
they
to
do
the,
you, man?
down to the
See how they
navel
do
ring.
you? See,
Nah, see, Frog was curious about the navel ring.
yeah, yeah.
You just didn't
What,
get
what,
there
what
yet.
was it, a stud or a hoop?
You tell me. Hey, what gauge you want the
You tell me.
Ooh,
You
man,
was having the conversation.
that whole side of the table starting to look real bad.
Yeah, man.
What's going on in sports, man? Speaking of speaking of EJ and that whole LA thing, man, how y'all feel about that? What's that about?
LeBron?
LeBron,
Man,
Kawhi Leonard supposedly. They're saying Damian Lillard's coming.
yeah, they trying to get everybody. Yeah.
They ain't gonna be able to do all what they trying to do. Now, their best bet is to wait on Kawhi to become a free agent next year, and then, you know what I'm saying, get him in free agency. Other than that, they're gonna spend all their money and ain't gonna be able to get him.
Yeah. Is Kawhi a franchise player to y'all?
Yeah.
Franchise? I don't know.
Yeah. What you mean?
I don't know.
I don't
I've
feel like
never.
he's a franchise player.
Okay, Finals MVP, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. I mean,
He's the
That's-
Finals MVP for the Spurs, though.
Yeah.
The Spurs is a completely different system. There's never been a real superstar on the Spurs.
till Kawhi.
No,
He's
he's not more of a
He's-
superstar than
he's
Tim Duncan.
He's just quiet. He's just
Man,
quiet.
he's too, yeah,
Right.
he is too quiet.
But
man.
he's not more of a superstar than Tim Duncan. Timmy D was the man.
Exactly.
Tim, yeah, okay, yeah. Tim was the man, but Kawhi, trust me, you
Then,
get him on the
and
right
then you
squad.
had Parker and Manu before
Yeah.
Kawhi.
I mean, now
Speaking
don't get
of
me
Parker,
wrong. He could play on any
what is
team.
he doing?
Charlotte Hornets.
Man.
2 years.
Also,
10
he actually
years.
left.
Yeah, he
yeah,
went to
yeah,
Charlotte.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna get no run nowhere else.
Nah, man, he should have hung it up.
He'll back up. He'll back up Kimba.
Yeah, he gonna back up Kimball, but he should just went ahead and put it up.
He
Put the
should have
sneakers
stayed
up,
where
man.
he was.
Yeah, you ain't seen the meme with
With 5
Tim
rings?
Duncan, all them sitting there, and then Tim Duncan gone, and it's them 3. I mean, it's them 2.
Nah, he still say he got some game left in him.
He probably do.
He
He
got some.
probably got a little bit for a backup point guard. I take him with the Thunder for a
But I
backup.
mean, you don't leave the Spurs, man. After you've been there
Yeah.
17 years.
But
man.
but him leaving the Spurs, was that really his choice, or was they kind of?
Yeah, it was his choice. It was his choice.
No, they was kind of shoving him out.
I
Because
think they was trying to move him because they was trying to mend things with Kawhi, but it still didn't
Yeah,
mend things
Him and
with
Kawhi had
Kawhi.
beef or something?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what last year
Yeah.
what they had with that, like, oh, my injury was worse than
100
his, and I
times
came
worse.
and I came back and I played. He should be able to come back and play.
I
Yeah.
thought maybe Tony smashed his girl too or something. Hey, that's
Hey.
prevalent in the NBA now.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, you know.
or the mothers.
Tony Parker,
Tony did that
LeBron's
with,
mama, you know what I'm saying?
With John, what's John Barry's
John
wife.
Barry, yeah.
Who? Tony Parker hit John Barry's wife?
Yeah. Made him divorce.
Wow.
I mean, and she didn't look
Delonte
better
West
than his
hit
wife though.
LeBron's mama.
Yeah, any of us could have hit LeBron's
Oh,
mama,
yeah.
though. You think about
Yeah.
it. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, yeah. She was from 23rd.
Exactly.
Wow.
How you gonna say
Beefy
she for
Buns.
20?
I'm just saying. Hang out
Yes,
at
sir.
the tree lounge from time to time, you know.
What we gonna do real
Shout
quick
out to the
is
Tree Lounge while you
we
playing.
gonna take a pause with the calls, and we gonna come back with for In the Culture with Chris J.
Turn on.
Hey.
Hey man, why you?
Oklahoma Humanities Brain Box podcast uses the humanities to take listeners on a deep dive into the issues affecting American society and culture. Join some of Oklahoma's most interesting and knowledgeable humanities scholars to explore how history, literature, ethics, philosophy, and other humanities fields inform our understanding of current events and the human experience. And to find the Brain Box podcast, simply search Brain Box Podcast on iTunes, Podbean, Google Play, and any other podcasting library. If you have any ideas or comments rattling around in your noggin, email us at brainbox@okhumanities.org.
All right, and we're back. And this is Turn Again the podcast. We are in the building, Black and Studios. We are live. We got a special guest in the house tonight. We got D. Chappelle of the D. Chappelle Show of Heart and Soul, 92.1, 1140, Power 103.5. D. Chappelle, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Good. So, so how long you been doing this?
Radio is a total been like 23 years.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I know. My career is longer, as older than most of y'all kids. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's true.
All of mine.
That's very true. That's
Combined.
very true. That is very true.
Yeah, my
Late
son
bloomer.
Yeah, you know,
Hey.
ain't nothing wrong. Hadn't got your sperm yet.
Actually, all my kids
hadn't quite
up to
dropped
23.
yet. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the youngest in here, so it's all
Still
good.
having
man.
that pitch.
You the youngest one in here?
Yeah.
You younger than him?
Well, no. But,
Okay.
I mean,
I was about
I'm
to say,
barely older than Buck, but I mean, hey.
I'd say that's all right there.
So, your show airs when? Tuesday nights?
Monday through Friday,
Monday through Friday?
6 to midnight. On Fridays and Saturdays, we do something called Heart and Soul in the Mix, where I'm an actual DJ, so I actually put together mixes, and we let the mixes ride. So
Okay.
So,
All right. And you
Come
normally have like a question of the day that
Yeah.
you post, right?
Yeah.
What was the question of the day this week?
question of the night. We didn't do one tonight, but I think last night we were talking about, like, if your mate admitted to cheating, like, what would you do? Would you leave, stay, get revenge, separate for a while? Like, what would you do? Like, if your mate admitted to cheating, like, she came home and said, "Baby, I got something to tell you, I was listening to the D. Chappelle Show, and he played that. he played Thyroid as requested by Uncle Junior, and boy put his hand on my thighs, and it went down. Like, really, what would you do? Like, if your woman came home and told you that?
that's a good question.
Oh, man.
And then
I
what if she
have
gave
to
you
chunk the
details?
deuces. Don't give me no details.
Yeah.
I think I might have to chunk the
So if
deuce.
she did what now?
She
Like,
cheated on
if
me.
she came home and admitted to cheating, like, hey, baby,
I'm gonna have to go ahead and take half.
Hey, yeah, hey, baby, if you're listening, you
I'm
know,
gonna take half.
you taking half?
hey,
I'm taking half.
I'm taking it out. Don't go to sleep. 'Cause,
I mean, what if y'all got like years and kids invested?
We got 11 plus.
hey,
Y'all do, don't y'all?
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's a killer right there.
But not saying that any of y'all have ever been, unfaithful, but like, we're men, like, we're expected to do it. So when a woman do
different.
it is. It is.
And I hate to say it,
yeah, it's a
you know what
double
I'm saying,
standard
but
nowadays.
my wife would kill me, listening right now, because she'll be like, this nigga's the same with me as it is with you feeling,
Right.
but it's still different.
We're visual
I be
guys,
wanting to
though.
kill somebody. 'Cause all I see
Yeah.
is a from the back. I'm like,
I had one of them episodes
details.
when I was with the crazy chick.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
worked- yeah.
yeah.
So she stepped out. And I tried to work it out. I tried to go on and make it work, man. Every time we be in the midst of something, I'm thinking like, oh, what did he do this? Yeah, it's not good.
Uncle Buck, what you say? Let's get you in on this.
Yeah, man. Come
Let's
on.
get you in on this.
I mean, 'cause you got longer than everybody.
No.
Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck. That's
Oh, my
Coach-
bad, Uncle Buck. Oh, my bad.
That's Coach Junior.
Oh yeah, no, that's Uncle Junior. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's two
their
things that
actual
don't
uncle.
match. First off, Uncle
Uncle
and
and
Junior.
Junior.
Thought I'd say that. What would you do, Uncle Buck?
Man, that's a tough situation. I think I would have to probe into it, man. Honestly, like
Would
if
you?
it's my if it's my wife, like I couldn't just say F you, I'm taking half. I was trash.
Right.
Phil knows that. And I'm in no spot now. If it's like if she came to me, I feel like if she came to me saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I messed up," let's try to work this through. I'm going to have my insecurities, but I think that's human nature.
You ever watch a porno?
Don't answer
I
that.
have.
Don't answer that.
Everybody know Buck. Everybody knows
Yeah,
Buck. So.
of course I have. But the issue is like I couldn't just, I'll start thinking about my kids. I'll start thinking about it's beyond just my feelings. Be real with y'all, man. It is for me. It's just
Yeah, I got a little one.
yeah. We got two. We got a 7 and a 2-month-old. If she came home saying, "Hey," now if she came home with some bullshit saying, "Hey, that ain't your kid,"
Yeah.
if it's something that she cheated on me, I'm gonna have to probe and find out. Is it something that I've done I could have actually made better, or whatever.
The stroke just ain't right. He had the stroke.
If it's something right there. If it's something that I can't figure out,
Clarence Carter.
it's done.
He's stroking.
Clarence Carter.
But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
She came home with like a hickey on her neck or something, and then told you.
I mean, so
how long would it be before you got up in it again?
Oh, it'll be a minute. It'll be a minute. And honestly, my trifling, but I will probably actually go out and
get revenge.
Get revenge and do some silly stuff. I hope I wouldn't, but I do know my personality. Sometimes I can get in my feelings.
I mean, we all do.
Yeah, and so I'll be like, man, I know this girl that was really begging for the Let me hit her up real quick.
Come over to my house. That's what Buck would do. Come over to my house.
My bed is made up. Clean sheets.
Now what you do is handcuff her to the chair and make her watch.
That was on that movie. That was on that movie.
Yeah, I seen that movie.
It was a movie where it was a black dude
It's
and
McCad Brooks or something like that.
yeah, and the white girl. They was in there getting it in, and the boyfriend came home, so he called him, got his gun out. Held him hostage, called his girl, made his girl come over while she was pregnant, and he smashed. He smashed his girl in front of him. The black dude was like, "No, yeah."
And then she left and said, "Do what you want to do with it." Like,
yeah.
So I just had to watch you get, pulled out by another dude. Then you gonna leave?
And you ain't got a kid.
I got a question.
What's that?
Is this the culture?
It happens every day.
Are you?
It's part of the culture.
I do want to say it is a culture because I do listen to your show and I'm actually a huge fan of it. And I always want to ask you, do you ever just have like those callers that call in, and you do a good job at really kind of controlling that environment? Do you ever have one that just was just like threw you just completely?
All the time.
Like, really?
All the time. And the bad thing about it, I know exactly where they are when they call. They're in front of Byron's liquor store when they call. They say don't drink and drive, but I'd be like, don't drink and call my show. Like they will call and just say something off the wall, and it's like it's radio, so you can't really cuss. They'd be like, mother. But like they'll call and just say the most outlandish stuff. Like I'll ask questions like, who loves harder, men or women? Who, whatever, something like that. Like, men because we got nicks. Like, you be like, and it's kind of hard to control that because, you sitting up like you own the radio, so you can't see this person. You can't look at them and be like,
Gotta have your hand on the button like
you got to. And we got this button that, you push it, and if you push it quick enough, it'll like bleep out the cuss word. But like if you don't see it coming, then you got your homeboys that you might have played ball with or something that'll call like, "Hey, what's up, mother?" And you'd be like, it'd be a religious question. Do you believe in tithing? 464-1140. Heart and soul. Hey, mother. I'd be like, this don't go together. Yeah, it's a hard thing to do. It's some crazy folks out there.
So it's always just entertaining, though, like even for yourself.
It's entertaining. I mean, I'm glad that, like, I couldn't do an actual podcast in the studio because there'd be some wild stuff going on in the studio. I'm just glad it'd be on the radio and not on TV.
Wow.
Like if my bosses knew what going on in the studio, it would be all bad. I'm saying that they probably listening. Like they'll be in the studio Monday. Like, what are you talking about? Right.
Well, playback episode 66. So turn on the game.
No, because of what you said, we have installed a camera right there.
See, and I know y'all spouses probably be watching. So, do they?
Yeah. She'll watch like the first 5 minutes and then she'll go to sleep because it's her bedtime. So
see, you got lucky. You got lucky. Well, let you have like a night owl woman that be up.
Right. Trying to be all
yeah, somebody's watching me like right now.
What you mean?
Exactly. Like, you tagged me on Instagram earlier. Like she told me before.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Like, so who is this?
Whoa.
I was like, those are dudes. What are you talking about? Those are men. You mean turn on the game? Turn on the game. Like,
who you turning on?
Dudes talking. Like, what are you talking about?
That's what's up. You gonna get it when you get
You know
it.
what I'm saying? So I must warn y'all, I might lie a couple of times.
That's what's
I'd
up.
rather be with my lady than to watch sports at any time.
That's
We're all
You
looking
do
at me
a do some at the club on Thursdays, right? Or-
Club on Thursdays.
Yeah.
First and third Thursdays. I'm at the Tree Lounge. Bike
Okay.
night. Got the bikers come off in there, and they little, they little leather jackets.
Oh, really?
Not the ones from like Police Academy, because they watching too. Like they somewhere watching,
Yeah.
but yeah, the bikers come in early, and then the rest of the crowd come down, and we have a good time. Live band, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm there on Saturdays, and Saturdays is straight. It's like,
Hood.
yeah, there you go. There you go. It's- I want to say ratchet, but all of them ain't ratchet. Ain't nothing wrong with little ratchet.
Right, you're right, right.
I like chicks with a sprinkle of ratchet. I call her Rashay. little sprinkle of ratchet,
Yeah.
but yeah, it get crazy on Saturday nights.
Rashay.
Yeah, y'all should come through.
Hey, Tree Lounge got them drinks though.
Man.
on the real. Boy, them drinks be
Man,
on point.
that's I was just getting ready to say
They
that.
not
Man,
expensive.
that's really one of the reasons I don't go, man, because you can't get two.
You be done.
Yeah,
It's a one drink minimum. at
Hey,
the
one
lounge.
hit a quarter at the lounge, buddy.
and you gotta tell them like, hey, don't hurt me.
Yes.
Like I
Yes.
told the bartenders, like I don't drink much, so they're always trying to find a way to get me to drink something. And I tell them all the time, like, you don't want me drunk DJing. Yeah. Like, you don't want it to happen because I'm going to say everything that I'm thinking. Right? Everybody that walk in and look messed up, I'm going to say it. Like, it was a little person, a.k.a. a midget that walked in. And I must have got on the mic and gave her a shout out.
What did you say? Yeah, tell us what you said.
Little Women of
Man,
Oklahoma?
I mean, yeah. And, she came up to the booth and, I'm on the mic talking to her and I was like, I'm sorry, I got to get back to DJ and I ain't got time for small talk. I don't think she was too happy. Said it's just the little things that matter.
That's funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
wow.
I was lit. Like,
Yeah.
and y'all know me. Like, I get some liquor in my system, and I'm gonna say anything and everything I'm not supposed to say. Some of us worked in call centers together, so we know.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. That's funny. He said the small.
That is funny.
When I was
Small
small.
talk.
Wish it was a little bit taller.
So did you get a chance to listen to Drake's album?
I listened to a few songs. Of course, the singles, the Nice for What, the God's Plan. The songs that he was killing Pusha T on.
Well, okay, what songs was he killing Pusha on? Because I ain't heard them yet. I mean,
He ain't heard of me.
He did say some lie a couple times.
I'm just trying to keep hope alive for light skinned
I've been
dudes.
listening. I've been listening to the CD. I'm yet to hear Pusha T's name come out.
I don't think we ever will hear Pusha T's
Still
name.
waiting on that one track that Jay Prince put the kibosh on. Which
Yeah.
track was that? Drake, name the track.
I don't think it ever happened.
Man,
Pusha T murdered him. I'm gonna go on and say it. I'm gonna say Pusha T won.
he did.
Like right after you seen Drake with his kid, all of a sudden,
Right.
none of us knew he had.
The question that was brought up, I think, last time we recorded, because we kind of talked about it, was, do you think Drake made changes to his album to say he has a kid after that was released?
Oh, absolutely. Like we never knew Drake had a kid.
Right.
All we knew is that whoever Drake went up against, he would always sleep with that rapper's girlfriend. Like that's what he did. Like he had to beef with Chris Brown. All of a sudden, you see him smashing Rihanna. Like that was his thing, but which was smart. Don't get me wrong. Like if I don't like one of y'all and y'all see me in a picture with your girl, like I don't care what you say about me, I won.
Just know.
Just know. But
So you think?
yeah, exactly. But
Hey, then I'd be like, Nino. I didn't like you anyway, you pretty.
yeah. But I thought Drake was one of the better battle rappers up until Pusha T put that track out.
Yeah.
It was like, ouch. Like, you know what?
Silenced him.
I really think they friends for real.
Nah, it was a bigger ouch than the way you said ouch.
Yeah. I think Drake and Pusha T are probably homeboys. Pusha T called Drake, said, "Look, man,
Yep.
My career ain't been nothing since grinding.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I got the one little beef track, when I was talking about, baby, but outside of that, I'm nothing without my brother. So let's have beef here. Yeah. And,
let me kill you.
Yeah, let me win. As a matter of fact, Drake might have wrote his verse for him.
Wow.
Hey, man, say this part about me having a stripper baby mama. And, yeah. So they probably.
And then it's gonna help my album sales because then I'm gonna come back and talk about.
Drake did say he pushed them 20,000
yeah.
out the first week.
I mean, honestly, when's the last time we heard about Pusha T before this?
Man,
that's been a minute.
Man.
I forgot that he was rapping.
No, he was on Mercy. On Mercy.
But how long ago was Mercy though?
Yeah. I'm just saying. But
how long ago was Mercy though? It's 2018. How long?
That was 5 years ago.
Push is one of them. Push is one of them. You know what I'm saying? He has his following like a Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He's not quite mainstream. But he's got a good following.
He's not even really underground.
Yeah,
I ain't saying he's underground.
Like he's underground. Like
he's got a nice little following. He's got
who?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who.
Yeah, like
you compare him to Jeezy. There's no comparison.
I'm just saying.
No, see, that's where y'all always get twisted. Every time I say something, y'all think I'm comparing somebody.
You just did.
I said
like he
it's
could probably
like a Jeezy. He's not quite mainstream. He has his own following.
Let's be real. Let's think of spots in Oklahoma City that Pusha T would sell out. I'm gonna say,
horses,
tree line.
Yeah, like I'm not talking about the old horses. I'm talking about the new horses where like they didn't cut off the dance floor part. It's just the bar.
Right.
He would sell that out before this.
It's kind of like Boosie.
He might sell out.
Boosie will sell out.
Boosie came down here. He was at the.
Boosie is the hood hero right now.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Every night that I ever DJ in a club, I have to play Boosie. Like. Nobody cares about the new Jay-Z. They don't care about Beyonce and any Boosie. My people set it off.
Because I wasn't feeling that CD fresh out of jail when he was crying and carrying on.
Yeah, he just found out he got cancer, so it's like,
dang.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
You know about that?
Yeah, when he first came out of jail. Yeah,
that's when he found out.
Wow. Yeah, every song was about his baby mamas and his girlfriends, and they didn't come visit it, and he couldn't get a letter. And
go listen to Bupac.
Bupac, that's what I had.
Bupac.
Bupac is the new one, right?
Yeah, that's the new one. That's the one.
I ain't never heard that one. I mean, it's just classic stuff alone. Like I could play like 5 Boosie songs in a row, and I'm like, hey. You want to talk, kid? You want to set it off?
That's Oklahoma.
But that's Oklahoma. That's Oklahoma.
I bet Boosie could probably sell out the Chesapeake, and Jay-Z couldn't.
What?
Think about it. I went to the Jay-Z concert. It was not sold out.
Which one?
The last time he came here? You don't
really?
care much, do you, brother?
Nah, it's been like, a cool minute.
It was so bad, like they closed off part of the Chesapeake because just to make it look full.
Wow.
Like it's embarrassing. Like, man, this is Jay-Z we talking about.
Yeah, but a lot of these young kids don't feel. It's about these young kids now. They're not feeling Jay-Z like that. They feel it a little like Little Uzi Vert will probably sell out.
Lil Uzi, first off, his name is anybody with little anything in front of their name. I got a problem with it.
Yeah, well, I got a problem with what he just said. He told everybody they're going to hell. He said, "You listen to my music, you going to hell with me."
Hey, wow. Lil Uzi Vert.
I ain't never heard a verse of his.
Lil Pump, Lil Baby. You got a rapper called Lil Baby.
Little Yachty.
Look, oh my, that is the worst ever.
No, the worst ever is that dude. And take my, I got a stepson who's 17, 18. So Ugly God. Some dude named Ugly God.
It's a cat named NBA something.
NBA young boy. He from Baton Rouge.
That's whack.
Yeah, man.
It's a whack.
Never broke again.
Is that the shoot dude? You know, with a little
shoot.
kid.
I don't listen to him. I just know the name is stupid. So I don't even want to hear his music.
Your kid ain't running around doing that?
Nah, man.
You know what that look like when they do that, right? Told my son, I better not ever see you doing that.
For real.
But yeah, man, these young rappers like that. What was it, Lil Xan? What he said about Tupac?
Oh, what was wrong with this dude?
I don't know. He said Tupac was boring and didn't know how to make music, basically.
He said that while rapping on the Tupac beat, though.
Yeah,
that's disrespectful.
And then a dude named, like I said, man, dude named Greedo. Yeah, some dude named Greedo. He's from California. He was like, Tupac sucked.
Hey, Chappelle, I got a question for you.
What's up?
You know, every year they had a soul food festival.
Right.
In 10 years, Give me a list of people that's gonna be at the Soul Food Festival.
Soul Food Festival, 10 years. Okay. So that would, because it's a throwback concert, in 10 years, it would probably be people that was hot when we were in college. So Soul Food Festival in 10 years would have to include Drew Hill.
Tyrese.
Tyrese.
Yeah.
You got to throw Genuine in there
Right.
if they not beefing at the time. Tank might come.
So it'd be a whole group of dudes.
Nah.
What?
Man, y'all the name
really-
was dudes.
My-
Wasn't
you-
no
I
women
mean,
out.
we get
My-
to the females.
In Vogue,
Maya.
SWV.
Maya.
They was a little earlier.
Yeah. Well, Maya will
Alicia
be
Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
I would love to see Alicia Keys like
I bet you would.
in more ways than one. Don't have to be the soul food concert. Just come to the house. Yeah. Gosh, that is an excellent question.
Kiki Wyatt.
Kiki, you know what?
Ooh, yeah, Kiki.
Kiki's
Keisha
dope.
Cole.
Kiki go hard.
Kiki go hard, but man, let's be honest. Kiki got
She
like what,
crazy.
3 songs? Exactly.
Yeah.
It depends on who she's mad at when she come. I don't want her to come. Look like Mike's husband. Like, Keisha Cole would definitely
Yeah.
be on the soul food. Believe it or not, K. Michelle. 10 years from now,
I can see that.
once the air deflates out of her
Yeah.
behind,
I
you
think
know what I'm saying?
she already let it out, didn't she?
Who?
K. Michelle.
Yeah.
Did she already release
Yeah, she already released the air. She got rid of all the plastic.
But I wonder what it look like now.
It don't look all that great.
You
it? Yo, you seen?
Yeah,
Oh.
it don't look all that great. I mean,
Like a
she got
deflated
to
basketball?
go to the celebrity trainer and all that to get get the tuck and all that.
So she probably got one of them after surgery bodies.
She still looked like
when
she
big
got
chicks-
she got the shots in. That's what's crazy because her booty is still the shape as it was when she had the shots in.
Oh, word?
Yeah, it's like stuck like that.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
it's
okay
crazy.
then. That's all right.
No, it was ugly.
Oh,
It's terrible.
You seen the picture of it?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Text me the website. Text me the website.
Hey, we're gonna take a quick pause for the call so we can let Black and Studios pay some bills.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with some NBA action.
Turn on.
I'm Michael Eric Owen,
And I'm DT of the One Mic, One Voice podcast.
a show that is created to give space where your voice, ideas, and informed opinions can be heard, appreciated, and debated.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, One Mic, One Voice podcast. Follow us on our Twitter, the number 1 Mic _ the number 1 Voice. Or follow us on Instagram at One Mic, One Voice.
You can also listen to us on Podbean, Stitcher, and iTunes. And if you want to email us at contact@onemikonevoice.com.
And if you just want to get all of our content, go to onemikonevoice.com or blackandstudios.com.
Hey Warriors, this is Elijah Bailey,
And Malcolm White,
and we are Hoya the Warrior Way podcast.
a podcast exploring the warrior journey in today's society.
Yes, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Hoya Warrior Way, also on Facebook at the official Hoya the Warrior Way podcast page, and then send your emails to hoyawarriorway@gmail.com.
Hoya, 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 Hoya.
All right, and we back in the building. We in Black and Studios. This is what we normally would call welcome to the welcome to the Thunderdome. Man,
Tongue twister.
man, what happened?
What's on your mind?
Started off
Man.
with we back.
Did I say we back?
We back. Yeah. That's we ball.
All right. So let's get into some of this NBA, man. This NBA talk. I know we talked a little bit earlier about LeBron and his move and what we thought Kawhi was going to do. What's your thoughts on Golden State and them getting everybody?
It's not fair. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, something is happening that's making this thing possible. But, like, the NBA has entered an era where it's all super teams. Like, and everybody that's of a certain age, the first thing they say, well, Jordan wouldn't have called up Magic or Isaiah and said, hey, let's go. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, they had super teams then, but they drafted super teams.
Right.
And later on, maybe you might
Traded
add, like when the Bulls added Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was a rebounding defensive all-star.
He was already a two-time champion.
Yeah,
too.
two-time champion. We get it, but the main two components was Mike and Scotty.
Right.
And both of them were already there. Then you added like some great role players. You had the Steve Kerrs, the John Paxsons, the B.J. Armstrongs. But in this case, see, almost cuz.
That's like, play that thyroid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not Judge Bushler. Judge Bushler, what was his name?
Judge Bushler.
Yeah, you had people like that. Those were great teams.
Some of those they drafted though. I think they drafted
some of those
BJ.
they
drafted Steve.
Exactly.
Stacey
So
King,
most of them they did draft.
They became super teams. Then you got the era where you had Magic Johnson, you had Michael Cooper, you had Byron Scott. AC Green, ugliest dude ever to play in the league next to exactly to this day, he's still a virgin.
That dude was never a virgin, man. I don't believe that.
Man,
I'll never believe that.
Man,
you see that dude's face?
I believe it.
Man, they said
You
dude's
see that
making
curl? Still got the curl.
Hey man, it was his choice. Like he didn't want none.
Yeah, that dude came to my school. I said, "You lying? You lying, man."
First off, his name was AC. That's a problem. AC Green, like you can expect that he's gonna be funny looking. Just like if your name is Olden Polynice. Like if you never seen Olden Polynice, you knew he was ugly.
Yeah. You would probably think he was a white man.
No,
Yeah.
you think that's a plant or something.
Well, first off, his name is Olden. So you imagine that he's gonna be black and crusty. Like, he probably gonna have a few teeth missing.
Right.
He probably got the gout. Anyway, back in the day, they had super teams, but like they made super teams because they drafted those people, and those people became good. But like Golden State, like they're signing every all-star free agent that they can.
Yep.
Like I thought it was crazy when David West went over there.
Oh yeah.
Like dang, y'all got David West too. Now all of a sudden, well, first off, for Kevin Durant to go there, we all know how we all feel about that. But like they keep adding.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame Golden State. It's the cats. They're taking less money to ride this gravy train to a ring. I don't blame them.
I don't. Now when I think about it, I don't blame Golden State. I blame the players because I just think the AAU system, how not getting the kids out there, but how they can call a team from California can call Cleveland and say, "Hey, LeBron, we playing here. We're gonna fly you here. Let's do this." And they got Westbrook and Kevin Love on this team, and then they add LeBron. That's the part that I think that's kind of screwing everything up. With that, the players are just like, you know what? There's no more competitiveness. Like I want to go beat them.
But there's a certain level of genius to it, and I take it back to when LeBron, Chris Bosh, and D Wade formed their alliance back in the Olympics. They took the power out of the hands of the owners and said, you know what? When we become free agents, we can do whatever the hell we want to. Let's team up. They're gonna be able to pay us. Some of us are gonna take a little less money than what we are worth, but we gonna just kill everybody. And that's what they did. And that's what birthed what's going on now. Now it's just at a totally different level. It's at a ridiculous level because of like they're gonna have 5 All-Stars once Boogie comes back.
Competitive anymore.
So let me ask this question.
Right.
If you take Steve Kerr,
right.
Steve Kerr wasn't the amazing coach when he got there. It was Mark Jackson. Those were all Mark Jackson's players.
Exactly.
And so if you take Steve Kerr and you send him to the Charlotte Hornets, would he be the genius coach that everybody's saying that
he's
he
getting
is?
fired in 2 years?
If he traded for Steph.
Absolutely
talking
not.
about trading for somebody.
No, you know what? I don't even think if he traded for Steph he would, because Mark Jackson had that team built that way already. He just came in. It's kind of like when PJ Carlesimo left the Thunder. All Scott Brooks came in and did was just say, you know what? He didn't let y'all run. And they ran and they made the playoffs. And that's how he maintained his job for so long. But when it came down to him writing up a play or calling the play or doing something, he couldn't do it. That's why they
I
got rid of him.
give a little credit to Mark Jackson. I mean, he did a great job.
A little credit.
But here's the thing, though.
He said a little credit.
He couldn't get him over the hump. That was the whole point. when Steve Kerr came, he made
They
made little. Did they make it to the finals? Did they make it to the finals?
No, they didn't have the
they didn't
team.
make it to the finals. They
didn't have
made it
the
to the what did they make to the semifinals?
Did they make
But
it
you
to
have to
anybody
understand
with
that-
finals on the end of it?
But
With
here's
Mark
the
Jackson
thing.
as the coach.
Oh man.
First off, you got to also think about player development. Steph had not developed into the step that he is now. You know, that chemistry and that camaraderie, that hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Steve Kerr made the necessary tweaks to the lineup.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He took Iguodala, who was like Carmelo. I'm gonna start every game because Mark Jackson wasn't putting him on the bench. Steve Kerr came and said, "Hey, you got to go on the bench. We're gonna move somebody else in the starting lineup, and that's gonna make our team a lot better dynamically. He can come off the bench and run the second unit." And that was a little bit of a genius. You got to give him some credit for the tweaks that he made that Mark Jackson wouldn't make.
How about you switch what you said then? Say you give Steve Kerr a little bit of credit, but you give Mark Jackson a lot of credit.
I give Mark Jackson credit for what he
said,
did.
You said a little credit.
I'm saying I'm giving them both about the same amount of credit. Is what I'm saying. I'm not giving one or the other
50-50 credit.
You take the 50-50.
I'm not giving one over the other because yes, Steve Kerr took over a good team from Mark Jackson. They didn't give Mark Jackson enough time to finish the development. Steve Kerr came in on that and capitalized off of what was going on already there. But he did make the adjustments necessary for them to be a complete team and get over the hump. Is all I'm saying.
So then now to pose this question. If Mark Jackson was still there, would Golden State still be the Golden State that they are now?
I don't know.
I'm going to say this. I think that Mark Jackson would have been against KD going to the Golden State Warriors. Mark Jackson is from a time, not saying that Steve Kerr ain't. Mark Jackson came from the NBA when it was competitive. Like, I don't think that,
80s.
Yeah, you know, like that's back when you could foul somebody for real. Like, you know, that stuff that was going on when Jordan was going up against the Pistons. Like, all
the
of
Jordan
them
rules
would have fouled out.
Yeah.
And this is before, you know, that's actually before the Jordan rules ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was at a time to where, like, Jordan had to man up. Now, towards the end of his career with the Bulls, then everybody was a fan that he played against. So Jordan come down, do a little move. We like, oh, I want to see what he going to do. Ooh,
right.
Let me get up under the goal when he dunks so I can be in that picture. Like, that was all the pub they was getting. But I don't see Mark Jackson going after KD. I don't see it happening. Steve Kerr, actually, they said Steve Kerr wasn't really for it.
I mean, it wasn't even. I mean, he's nothing he can say or nothing he can do.
No,
I
he's
mean,
not the GM.
it was Draymond and the rest of them recruiting him. You know what I'm saying? And KD not being able to lead his own squad, and it's like, you know, I'm gonna ride this train.
Speaking of KD, let's talk about his latest.
Twitter, man, this dude,
he be in his feelings, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's thin-skinned. The dude said, "Hey, man, you're a great player, but you're just not a leader." He should have just left it at that.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, what you got to say, Buck? What you got to say, Buck?
Dude didn't say that.
I mean, basically, that's what he was saying. Like, dude, you're not a leader.
I think it was cool that KD even decided to say something. That's just my opinion.
Well, I look at it like this. KD said something because this is, you know, and I actually, you know KD because I've been around the dude. Like, we ain't buddies. Like, I can't call it right now. Be like, hey, Kevin, call into the show. That'll never happen. But he does pay attention to what people say about him. You know, you got to think he doesn't have that superstar attitude that LeBron has. Like, you say whatever you want about LeBron. LeBron ain't paying no attention to you. LeBron will. You say something about LeBron, if he find out, he just gonna scroll over to his phone and check his Chase bank account and be like, "Yeah, I'm a billionaire." Okay, say what you want to say. KD's not doing that. KD's paying attention to everything that everybody says, and that's why he messes up and he says stuff he don't need to be saying.
KD,
So if KD was listening to the podcast and we say
KD's probably pissed right now if he's listening to the podcast.
Don't ever let your hair grow out because it looks a mess.
or just brush
keep it clean,
Just
ball
brush
fade.
it. But anyway,
You know,
LeBron and KD two different. You know, LeBron got too many responsibilities to be worried about what people are talking about him on Twitter. KD ain't got nothing at the house. He just come home, get on the phone, and look at what people just checking his mentions.
I mean,
that's all he doing.
He got his mom at the house.
How much controversy has been around this dude? I mean, you got to think he had the whole thing with his fiance, his fake Twitter page, his brother's homosexual sex tape.
What?
Where have y'all been,
dude?
There's a video. Yes.
Breaking news.
Tony Durant. Like, this is, what, 6-7 months ago?
Big Tony?
Yeah, Tony Durant. Like,
Wow.
laying down.
Swordfish?
The chick.
Oh, he was taking it.
The person was, give him the little cunnilingus.
So
and he's sitting there with filming himself, getting some dome. And you look at the chick, it's like she got a strong face.
She got a strong face.
She looks at the camera and be like, "Oh snap, that's a man."
Wow.
So y'all ain't seen that?
No.
What y'all mean?
Oh, no. I
Yes.
ain't heard that.
Yes.
I haven't heard
Like that
one.
went all across Oklahoma. Well, that really went, that went viral. And then, Shim turned around and started, bouncing rim shots, basically. And that was a boy. That was a dude. And
Wow.
the dude actually leaked the video.
Is it this dude right here with the blonde hair?
I'm about to say, you find it on the internet. I mean, like, it's
That's wild.
It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch.
That's wild.
Like, my question is this: like, if you got that type of stuff, why are you filming it? Like, why do you have your phone like
up like that? Yeah.
Yeah, like, and he's looking straight at the camera. At least I can say about R. Kelly. When he did his thing, he just had a girl. He wasn't looking right at the camera. Like, but Tony put his face in the camera. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see Tony like that. No, you don't see Tony with him like that anymore. You don't see him like that anymore.
But I mean, think about it. All the enemies
with a joint in his hand.
All the enemies that KD probably got in the league.
Breaking news.
Exactly. Wow. Like, after all that, I mean, all somebody got to do is be like, "Hey, your brother's gay."
Woo! Exactly. Hey, breaking news: Isaiah Thomas is going to the Denver Nuggets.
Why? You serious? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's terrible. He okay. So his
one
career
year
is
veteran.
over.
Look, 1 year veterans minimum.
His career is over. He'll never get back to that max level player he was. I don't care if he ball out in Denver. It's Denver. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They ain't
he's not even gonna start. They got a nice little.
They got Jamal Murray up there.
Yeah,
that's crazy. This dude can't get a wow.
He should have stayed in Boston, man.
But you knew he wasn't staying in L.A. when LeBron got there. LeBron don't like that dude.
I mean, Denver and Detroit are where they send people for their careers to die.
If you think about it, Allen Iverson,
Blake Griffin.
Wow.
Yep. I mean, just think about it.
Reggie Jackson.
Exactly.
Reggie Jackson, he ain't never had no career. Come on.
Reggie Jackson had potential.
No, he didn't. Hey, real quick before we get I want to get
Tony, come on, homie.
A couple of these things that
wow.
that we see, man.
Look, look how big this thing is.
So I sent y'all a couple of pictures.
Wow.
I'm real nervous. I didn't get it yet, so
I don't.
You gotta add
basketball related pictures, okay?
That was basketball. Slam dunk, finger roll, literally
taking a charge.
Flagrant foul.
Post up. You know what I'm saying?
Blocking out.
Power forward. You know what I'm saying?
Put your body on him. Put your body on him.
Shooting guard. A lot of stuff going on.
Alley-oop.
You know what I'm saying? Pick and roll.
Full court pressure.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
A lot of stuff going on.
Right. So
okay.
you said this
is not what I meant.
This image.
Yeah, take
with LeBron James.
Wait. We're gonna take a pause for the calls first when we get back. We'll do this.
I'm not even gonna say it. We'll be back.
Turn on.
I ain't saying turn on, damn it.
Thank you for downloading this episode. If you're on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play Music, or whatever podcasting library you're listening to this show on, please rate and review. Those reviews and ratings help us tremendously. We thank you.
We're gonna do both of them.
And we're back.
And we're back.
And
Turn on the
we're
back. Oh, I got. My name is Chris.
So, no, go ahead.
Phil, take it, man.
And so what we got here, man? We got the picture shows the Ricky LeBron, the Miami Heat LeBron, and the LeBron of last year, and it says start one, bench one, or cut one.
So A is last year, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
B is the Miami, and C is the rookie LeBron. I think.
Who you got, Phil?
I think I would start B,
Right.
bench A, and cut C.
Right.
I'm starting B, benching C, and I'm cutting A.
Ooh. I think that's that Skip Bayless that I be talking about.
Nah,
Right there,
you know
he
why
don't
I'm
believe
cutting him?
that. Why?
Because this last year his leadership quality was terrible.
He didn't have a leadership quality. Was
Terrible. It was worse than Miami.
I mean, I can't even really cut one. I mean, how could you cut one?
I would cut C because his jumper wasn't fully developed.
Where at?
His rookie one.
Young LeBron was a monster.
Getting to the rack.
Boy, I watched some highlights today, young LeBron. Shit.
Getting to the rack though.
Young LeBron.
What you got?
I'm gonna start A. I'm gonna bench B, and I'm gonna cut C.
Okay.
And
Uncle Junior. Well, why you got that?
Reason being, LeBron. A is LeBron last year. LeBron didn't have what he had in Miami. There was no D Wade. There was no Chris Bosh. There was no Mario Chalmers. LeBron last year had to do it all himself.
He was a beast.
I mean, who did he have in his corner? He had J.R. Smith, Mr. I was gonna pass the ball to Kyrie.
So-
Kyrie in Boston.
why he can't make his teammates better? That's why I'm cutting that one, because he can't make his teammates better. You supposed to be.
So C made his
He didn't
teammates
have
better.
he didn't have no teammates too.
Yeah, he
better.
did. C put him. He put that team on his back, got him to the finals. He made Snow
same-
better, Delonte West better.
The same with A though.
Who? No. But not,
he had
no,
a better
in
team
in a different way though.
He had a better team on C than he did with A. He had a better team.
But he also made he rose their level of play. Now last year he just didn't care. He didn't give a f. He's like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go out and do me, and if we win, we win. Forget it, I'm leaving anyway. He already knew he was leaving.
I mean, but still, this man goes to the finals every year.
Yeah.
Except for this next season.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's.
Coach Junior, who'd you get?
Man, I looked at it as I would start C,
Okay.
bench B, and cut A.
Yeah. Okay.
Uncle Buck, this your favorite player.
Well, and let me say this. Because everybody's talking about now what LeBron did this year. He didn't have a team. He had to do it all by himself. I'm a Russ guy.
Yeah.
Russ did it all last year.
Yeah.
And everybody called him a ball hog.
Right.
Everybody downed him for how he played.
Last year? Last year?
Not this past
He's
season.
talking MVP
before,
year.
yeah.
MVP season.
Oh. Okay.
When it was him by himself.
Okay.
Yes.
He got a little upset there, didn't he? Chris, did you say who you at?
Chris didn't say who we got yet.
I can't really even.
He said I can't cut nobody.
Yeah, he said he can't. He said he keeping all three of them.
I'm trying to start them all. You know,
You sound like Buck.
I just need 2 more players.
I can't wait till I'm starting A, I'm starting B, and I'm starting C.
What you got?
Go ahead,
Nah,
Buck.
realistically though, I'm gonna start B. I'm gonna bench A and I'm gonna cut C.
Ooh. Yeah, same as me. Yeah.
Light skinned cats.
Oh, say that one more time.
Start B.
Start B.
Start B. Okay.
Bench A and cut C.
Why would you start B though?
That's when he was.
That was the villain.
That was the
Yeah,
villain.
that's when he was. You know,
That's when he came into his prime.
That's when he had allies though. Like he,
But
that
he
brought
had to work his hard. then.
But that brought about A though. He learned how to. He didn't know how to do it with C. To me, he didn't know. He got him there. Like you said, he had a better team. He was still developing C.
But
he learned how to do it and win with B, and became that monster.
that
and
real
then
beast.
A, he's that monster.
Well, I think A he had more finesse. There's more finesse.
He's old. He's the jumper Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. He's the jumper LeBron now.
Nah,
all he does
I
is
don't-
fadeaways.
Nah, he
Unless he on a breakaway.
LeBron ain't never been a jumper guy.
He's shooting number
He
threes.
sure have.
He's shooting number threes and he's doing number fadeaways. He's got that one. He's doing
What-
He's
hey.
doing that Dirk one leg jumper all day.
What's his percentage on threes?
33%.
30-something%.
Buck, who you got?
I actually will. B is my favorite LeBron, but I will actually start A and have C come off the bench.
And cut B?
So wait, you preface it by saying B is my favorite.
Yeah,
LeBron.
B is my favorite LeBron. But
But
if
I'm
I had to
gonna
have
cut
a
him.
team, I would choose A because of his IQ. I feel like as a player, and also, granted, he may not be able to lead people like J.R. Smith into regaining
why
the
not?
victory. Oh, well, just hear me out.
Okay.
C is not J.R. Smith.
So he gonna cut the fine chick.
So
Keep the one that's ugly.
well, no, hear me out.
No, I'm talking about. I'm putting it in layman's terms for female.
What? The reason why I would keep C.
We're talking about LeBron's, not EJ. Which EJ would you get? Little kid EJ?
Never mind.
I just came out the closet EJ? Or I'm comfortable in my sexuality EJ?
You gonna cut fine LeBron?
What? I did not say that.
That's kind of what it sounded like, though.
All right.
I'm going to have your back, Chris. I think he meant by stats. Sorry, Chris. But the reason why I'll keep C is because I think LeBron A and also a little bit of LeBron B on certain games where the ties was truly against them, you can kind of see the fatigue set in, just mentally more like. I don't think C was able to go to the finals. He didn't have that. He tried. I feel like
He got to the finals.
That's what I said.
He got there.
That's what I meant to say. He got to the finals and he
They
kept
got swept.
He got swept, but he fought. I feel like through the whole first through the fourth quarter, and I think if A was there to be able to teach C, that'd be cold. That'd be cold.
I get your point.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Okay.
Now B, like I said, B's my favorite though.
But
you
he
cut
wouldn't
him.
make it.
But you cut him. He
wouldn't
ain't making the
He
team.
wouldn't make it.
all right, so we got a choice here. Top 7. Chappelle, you gonna go first. Top 7 ball handlers ever.
Give the choices. Give the
so
choices.
1, Allen Iverson. I guess let's rank them.
Okay.
Allen Iverson, Kyrie Irving, Jamal Crawford, Tim Hardaway, Jay Will, White Chocolate Jay Will, Pistol Pete, and Isaiah Thomas. Now, which is that Zeke?
Zeke. That's Zeke.
Okay,
That's
Zeke. Let's say Zeke.
Original Zeke?
Original
that's
Zeke.
original Zeke. Yeah.
Original Zeke.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's original Zeke.
First off, why is Damon Stoudemire not on his list?
You a Mighty Mouse fan?
Damon Stoudemire was the truth.
He was.
Yeah.
Why? But see,
see
to me, why is Baron Davis not on there?
Everybody can't make the list,
B
man.
Diddy?
B Diddy had handles, bro.
This the first 7.
Gosh, man, what are y'all doing?
So you just ranking them in order?
Yeah.
Just whatever order you want.
Ranking them in order. I'm going to go ahead and put,
Wow, that's tough.
yeah, you heard me with this one. I ain't going to front.
I ain't really seen too much Pete Maravich, so he gonna be 7.
Pistol Pete was a dude.
He
Like,
was.
he was that
So I
dude before
really
all of them. So, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
going to keep Isaiah Thomas number 7, to be honest. You know, he was a great player, but as far as being a ball handler, I mean, he wasn't. I can never put an Isaiah Thomas over a Kyrie. After that, I'm gonna go with, and we're talking strictly ball handling, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I'm going Kyrie, which I know that probably doesn't make a lot of sense to people, but probably gonna go with Kyrie. Kyrie's dope. I take that back. Number 6, I'm going Pistol Pete. I gotta go Pistol Pete. After that, I'm going to go probably Tim Hardaway. All right. Above that, I'm going Jamal Crawford, which I really want to put Jamal Crawford number 1, but we're talking about just ball handling skills. Then after that, I'm going. Have I already said Tim Hardaway?
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. After that,
Jason Williams.
I'm going. After that, I'm going Kyrie. Then I'm going Jason Williams. Then after that, I'm going Allen Iverson, and I'm gonna give Jason Williams the number 1.
All right.
Jason Williams was a highlight.
Real quick, who was number 2?
Number 2, Allen Iverson.
And number 3?
Number 3 was, I want to say, it was Kyrie. No, it was Tim Hardaway.
Nah. Tim Hardaway was down towards the bottom.
He had J. Will, AI,
Kyrie.
Jamal. You had
Kyrie.
Jamal. No, Kyrie. You had Jamal above Kyrie. Didn't you?
Okay, Jamal Crawford, then Kyrie, then gosh, I just know Isaiah Thomas was at the bottom.
It was Isaiah Thomas, Pistol Pete, Tim Hardaway is what you had.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Then you had Kyrie, Jamal,
Pistol Pete,
AI, and J. Will.
Yeah.
That's what he had.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what
Who's
you got,
next?
Buck? Oh, me? I'm going to go with, I'm going to shock a lot of y'all here. I'm going to go with,
Who you name the rank so I can.
yeah, I'm going lowest to highest.
Okay.
Lowest, I'm going to put, even though he probably started all this, I'm going to put Pistol Pete at 7. Zeke at 6. I'm going to put Tim Hardaway at 5. Allen Iverson at 4. Jamal Crawford at 3. Kyrie at 2. J. Will at 1. And I put Allen Iverson that low because Allen Iverson was more quick than a ball handler. You know, he had the crossover. You know what I'm saying? He can do that, but just sitting there ball handling, he was and go. You know, he would just go real quick. I mean, it was like cross and go. It wasn't nothing.
And what he
else.
did to MJ though.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
iconic.
But like I said, that's that setup. That's that setup he had.
Right.
Bop, 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 and then he
Ball
just
handling,
went.
ball handling.
You know.
Right.
But when you're talking about ball handling, you're talking about J. Will coming down between the legs, behind the back, cross, and then going. You're talking about Kyrie, tween, behind the back, cross, you know, stuff like that.
Crunch,
you know,
crunch.
you talking about, you know, stuff like that. That's more handles. Iverson was just more that guy that had that speed with the one and go.
Coach Junior, who you got? We're running a long time.
Man, I got
And rank them. Are you going top to bottom?
Bottom
to top?
I got Isaiah Thomas on the bottom. I got Tim Hardaway at number 6. I got Jamal Crawford at number 5.
Okay.
I got Pete right in the middle. Then I got Jason Williams and Kyrie, and then Isaiah.
Wait, what?
I mean Allen Iverson.
Oh, okay.
Say Isaiah, baby.
Isaiah the top and the bottom.
No, Allen Iverson. Allen
Okay.
Iverson.
AI just one, huh? Okay.
I'm going top to bottom. Chris?
Yeah. You showed your age with that Pistol Pete making it to the 5. I didn't.
Well, we know
let's see.
Pistol Pete is 7 for Chris.
Yeah, he's
He's
7.
never seen him play. So
I've
that's
never
what
seen
Chris
any
said.
highlights on Pistol Pete, so I'm gonna put him at 7.
They didn't have highlights back then.
Yeah, I've heard of the guy, but that's about it. So Pistol Pete number 7 for me. 6, I'm going Isaiah Thomas. Let me see. At 5, I'm going Tim Hardaway.
Timmy.
4 is going to be Jamal Crawford. And then Jason Williams at 3, Kyrie 2, AI 1.
Okay.
Let's go, Frog.
All right. So, 7, I'm going Isaiah Thomas. 6, I'm going Tim Hardaway. 5, I'm going Pistol Pete Maravich.
You run TMC?
4, I'm going Allen Iverson. 3, I'm going Jason Williams. 2, I'm going Kyrie. And Jamal, I'm going Jay Crossover for number 1. Yeah.
It's a nice list.
Yeah.
Respect.
All right, hold on, Buck. Let me get my paper ready. Okay, go ahead, Buck.
Mine is almost exactly how this list is already set up. Stuff for 3.
You got 7 LeBrons.
So LeBron no, is Isaiah Thomas, Pete actually at the bottom. Isaiah number 6, Tim Hardaway at number 5, Jamal Crawford at number 4, Jason Williams at number 3, Kyrie 2, and then AI 1.
Okay.
Nice list, fellas.
I can dig
They
it.
all kind of differ. That's for sure.
Well,
Now-
majority of us had AI at 1.
Give
Is
us
it?
give us one person real quick
Three, yeah.
who should have been on the list that wasn't on there,
Damon
and where would
Stoudemire.
you rank him?
Damon Stoudemire, I would put him.
I'm going Kenny Anderson, number 6.
Ooh, forgot about Kenny Anderson.
Oh, Kenny.
You put Kenny at 6.
6.
Kenny.
I think I don't like him, but I think Curry should be on this list.
I do too.
Ooh,
I do
yeah.
too.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steph Curry handles it like insane.
Yeah, I take out Isaiah Thomas and Tim Hardaway, put in Steph and Kenny Anderson.
What about
Yeah.
you, Bill?
I would put Baron Davis in there, and Steve Nash. Actually,
Okay.
Steve Nash can handle the rock, man.
Yeah,
No, I take
but
that. J Kidd. Sorry, J Kidd.
Thank
Why
you.
is J
J.
Kidd not
Kidd.
on it?
J Kidd. Sorry, J Kidd.
I mean, his ball handlers not best passers and best point guards or whatever. So I don't really. I mean, he didn't really. These dudes got handle. Like they will break your ankle. Jason can't really break nobody's ankles.
Okay, if you want to
I
go
mean,
by
he
if you
secured the ball.
if you want to go by that, then put Rayford Austin on there. Skip to my loop. That's what he's
but
known
we
for.
talking about real NBA players.
He played in the NBA.
I know, but I'm talking about real.
He
NBA
is a real
player.
NBA player.
He may have a pension because he lasted 3 years, but I'm talking like these are legends.
Well,
you talking about a street ball legend?
I'm gonna tell you one that
Hot
could,
sauce.
that could,
Well, Uncle Junior about to say Magic.
no,
And his
I'm
son.
gonna tell you one that man, y'all stuck on his son. No, I think John Starks was a pretty
Nah,
yeah.
he was a two
Ball
guard.
handler?
Yeah.
He was a two guard.
No, he played point.
You sure you mean Mark Jackson?
No.
Yeah, I can put Mark up there.
Mark Jackson. Shit, I mean, but yeah, we talking about like break you off. Handles.
We have to come back to that.
If I gotta add somebody, I'm adding Steph Curry. Steph Curry
Yeah.
can easily
He's
take the 2 or the 3 spot.
Yeah.
I mean, people sleep on his ball handling skills because he shoots so
I
good.
say that all the time, man. They be on me about stuff.
Yeah.
I be talking about his handles. He got better handles.
He
than Kyrie.
embarrasses people.
He don't have better handles than Kyrie.
Hold up. First of all, I can't believe none of y'all said the one that y'all really be gargling about handles is Chris Paul.
He's not.
Y'all didn't mention Chris Paul
He's
not
not
one
the
time.
best ball handler.
the one that's always talking about Chris Paul.
He's a
No, I'm
complete ball player, but he's not the best ball handler. Like these are people that are not like you're not going to be able to steal the ball ever.
Right.
Like you can't stay in front of him.
Yeah.
Right.
And Jason Kidd, not Jason Kidd, but Jay Williams will embarrass you.
Yeah.
And throw the oop to Weber.
Right now.
Is that
right now.
40 something.
Yeah.
He'll still
His
be
son
wrong.
will
Don't trip.
too.
His son will get you too.
Yeah.
Don't trip.
So
Hey, so good show, fellas. This has been another episode of Turn on the Game, the podcast.
thank you, Chappelle.
To download this episode, any that you missed, log on to the Spotify app, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Google Play, or Apple iTunes. Apple Podcasts, excuse me. You can also catch us at blackandstudios.com. Thank you for listening, downloading, liking, and following the show. Don't forget to get at us on your favorite platforms. Our official Twitter is at @turn_on_game. Follow us on Instagram at turn on the game. You can also email us at turn_on the game4
Number 4.
Turn on.
D Chappelle in the house. We appreciate you coming out, D Chappelle.
Anytime, fam.
There you go.
Heart and soul.
Yes, sir.